Former Navy SEAL was asked, who makes it through the selection process to become a SEAL? And he said, I can't tell you who gets through, who makes it, but I can tell you the kind of people who don't make it. He said the star college athletes that never have been really tested to the core of their being, none of them make it through. He said the preening leaders who like to delegate everything, none of them make it through. He said the big tough guys that come in with huge muscles, covered in tattoos, who want to prove to everyone how tough they are, none of them make it through. He said some of the guys that make it through are skinny and scrawny. He said some of the guys who make it through, you will see them shivering out of fear. He said, but every single one of them who makes it through, when they're emotionally exhausted, when they're physically exhausted, some way, somehow, they're able to dig down deep inside themselves to find the energy to help the person next to them. Service, giving to another, having their back, is what makes the highest performing teams in the world. Not their strength and not their intelligence. It's their willingness to be there for each other.
Shalom, Kol Halal, Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that teach this truth and rule well by the spirits and powers that be. Wabarakadam, onto the hopefully elect. It's your brother Gabar, and I'm back with another lesson. All right. This is going to be going into the type of people that's going to win the race, right? And it's not going to be the person that's, sought after as in like big, strong, fast. And the scripture really tells it, so I'm going to let it speak. It says, Ecclesiastes 9:11, I returned and saw under the sun that the race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the strong, right? So this thing isn't going to be won off of any carnal ability, right? Because a guy like a lot of people say, I think his name is Anthony Joshua, because he's really big and shit. He's really big, right? But a lot of people be like, he's not the greatest fighter because he just don't got that dog in him like that, But he looks the part though, don't he? But they be like, he don't got the dog in him like that. I heard of like 2-3 people say that, So if he looked the part, but it's the mentality behind it, It's the mentality behind everybody, that's gonna make them, that's truly gonna make them, make or break them. So it says, I returned and saw under the sun that the race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the strong, neither yet bread to the wise, nor yet riches to men of understanding, yet, nor yet favor to men of skill, but time and chance happeneth to them all. Yeah, so it's gonna be time and chance for everybody, all right? But what I'm focusing on in this scripture is that it says that the race is not to the swift, right? So everybody's gonna have, that chance, man, right? And it's not gonna be just to the fastest person running the race. He might trip and fall. He might slow down right before the end, And that's not what the Lord is looking for. He's not looking for the people that look like it to our eyes, So basically carnally, that's not what the Lord is looking for. The type of people that's gonna win this race is gonna be the people that can pull out something from the inside of them. They got that dog in them. They got that fighting mentality. It's a lot further. It's a lot deeper than just looking the part. The Lord doesn't give a damn, what something looks like. He cares about the inward, and there's countless scriptures on it. But I'm not gonna go too deep. I just want to pull this out today. Now let's go to a scripture. 1 Samuel 16. We'll just start at verse 1. Then we'll jump. It says, and the Lord Yahweh said unto Samuel, how long wilt thou mourn for Saul, seeing I have rejected him from reigning over Israel? Fill thine horn with oil and go. I will send thee to Jesse the Bethlehemite, for I have provided me a king among his sons. Now we're going to jump down some verses. We're going to jump down to let's jump down to verse 6, starting with the first son. Well, we're just down to verse 5, all right? So the Lord sent him to go get a king now, ultimately. it was David, right? But because David, he had siblings, right? So let's see what's his name? Samuel. Let's see, how when he seen the ones that had the stature and stuff, how he seen it and who he thought it was gonna be versus who the Lord said it was gonna be. And it really just closes in this lesson or this exhortation, edification. All right, so we're gonna start at verse 5. It says, 1 Samuel 16:5, and he said, peaceably, I am come to sacrifice unto the Lord Yahweh. Sanctify yourselves and come with me to the sacrifice. And he sanctified Jesse and his sons and called them to the sacrifice. And it came to pass when they were come that he looked on Eliab and said, surely the Lord Yahweh, the Lord's anointed, is before him. And the Lord Yahweh said unto Samuel, look not on his countenance or on the height of his stature, because I refused him. For the Lord Yahweh seeth not as man seeth. For man looketh on the outward appearance, but the Lord Yahweh looketh on the heart. Exactly, man. So that heart is mind, your mind, man. Right? That's what Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua is looking at. And that's the same people that's gonna win this race. Not the fastest person gonna win the race, man. Nigga might pull a hamstring or something. Right? The most mighty isn't gonna win the battle. The fiercest warrior could not win the battle. And we got to keep these things in mind. That's why I got the video up on the beginning of this, and Lord's will, I get this other clip for the end. Having that lion-like mentality. The dude speaking about, the lion's not the biggest or the fastest or the smartest, but his mentality makes him king. So the same is for us. Our mentality makes us king, right? Because we're not the biggest or the fastest or the smartest, which Jake, if you want to go there, Jake is, Jake is the biggest, the fastest, like literally, physically. He is big, he is fast, and we are smart. But that's not gonna be what has us win this thing. Have us endure to the end, have us finish this race. That's not what's gonna be the thing that pushes us all the way through to the end, man. It's gonna be that spirit that's within us. Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua putting his spirit within us, man. Carnal measures won't save you. All right, carnal measures won't save you. If you're gonna rely carnally, you've already lost. You don't got no military or nothing to come against Esau, right? You gotta fight spiritually, man. It speaks about that in the scriptures, having a shield of faith and so on and so forth, right? So you gotta be girded up spiritually, man. Gird up the loins of your mind, right? We can't do anything carnally that's gonna save us, So let's keep going, though. I want to read verse 7 again, though. It says, but the Lord Yahweh said unto Samuel, look not on his countenance, or on the stature, or on the height of his stature, because I have refused him. For the Lord seeth not as man seeth, for man looketh on the outward appearance, but the Lord looketh on the heart. Then Jesse called Abinadab, and made him pass before Samuel. And he said, neither hath the Lord chosen this. Then Jesse made Shammah to pass by, and he said, neither hath the Lord chosen this. Again, Jesse made 7 of his sons to pass before Samuel. And Samuel said unto Jesse, the Lord hath not chosen these. And Samuel said unto Jesse, are here all thy children? And he said, there remaineth yet the youngest, and behold, he keepeth the sheep. And Samuel said unto Jesse, send and fetch him, for we will not sit down till he come hither. Yeah, so Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua had it set up to where David didn't even get passed by Samuel at first. All the other sons he was tending the sheep, the youngest, right? And everybody else got rejected. And usually that firstborn will be the one that will take all, like Reuben, the 12 tribes of Israel. You got Reuben. Reuben is the firstborn. Judah wasn't the firstborn, but Judah got, Judah's the head tribe though, right? So it's not gonna be to that first person. It's not gonna be to the swift or the mighty. It's going to be to whoever Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua chooses. The scripture says, I will have mercy upon whom I will have mercy. I will have compassion upon whom I will have compassion. And we just got to understand that. All right. And the scriptures always detail that, man. Right. And this is just another good one, you know. And I went into this not too long ago, but the Spirit got me going into it again, you know. So this is how the Lord is choosing. It's not going to be off of the fastest, the most mighty, who know the most precepts, who can cut who the most, who always rebuking who, you know, who seen is more upright or whatever. It's who Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua wants, man. Ultimately, we don't know what can happen while they running, man. It look like they running fast as shit. Just focus on yourself. You might see a brother and you thinking he running fast as shit. Well, when you start thinking that, you're going to start to slow down, because you're going to believe, you're going to be thinking that you're running slower than him. And that's going to cause you to lose. And you don't want that to happen, man. Focus on your own lane and your own race. You know, sometimes you even have to slow down to speed up, man. And you got to pace yourself, you know, racing, right? But it's not going to be given to the swift. It's not going to be given to the fastest. It's going to be given to the person that got that lion-like mentality. They got that dog in them, right? The person that can pull out something from inside of them when they have nothing, right? Whoever Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua put his spirit upon to endure unto the end, to keep his spirit upon him. That's who's going to win, bro. All right? And we just got to continue to pray and hope and keep going from fear to fear, faith to faith, and glory to glory, shining harder in that mentality, right? Because the day's gonna come where we're gonna be in these situations where we ain't got nothing left, you know. The Lord gonna put us in a situation we ain't got nothing but him, which really we don't already, but he gonna really narrow it down. He gonna take away the comforts. We're gonna lose comforts, man. You know, AC, jobs, women, clothes, foods, you know. When we were in the wilderness, we got the Lord tempted us with hunger, man. You know, so we got to keep these things in mind, you know. But at the same time, shit, man, the people, you can't be looking at nobody like they're just gonna make it. We don't know if we're gonna make it. We can't be looking at ourselves like we're gonna make it. That's another thing. That's pride. We can't be looking at ourselves like we're gonna make it, bro, because we don't know. Just because we running fast one day or whatever, that don't mean your ass can slow down or it can't slow down. You know, that don't mean you can't pull a hamstring, no matter how many stretches you done did or how much water you done drunk, you know, how many massages you done had. It don't matter, man. You still can pull a hamstring. You in one of these weak ass bodies. Let's keep going. It says, verse 12, 1 Samuel 16:12. And he sent and brought him in. Now he was ready and withal of a beautiful countenance and goodly to look to. And the Lord said, Arise, anoint him, for this is he. Then Samuel took the horn of oil and anointed him in the midst of his brethren. And the Spirit of the Lord came upon David from that day forward. So Samuel rose up and went to Ramah. All right, so that was pretty much it, man. That's who the Lord is going to choose, man. He chose the youngest. Out of all Jesse's sons, he chose the youngest that was just tending to the sheep, man. David, right? Our King David, right? So we got to keep these things in mind, how the Lord is going to operate these things. It's not going to be to the person the mightiest or brother know how to fight. So he probably got it, you know. Hey, man, who knows, man? Time and chance happens to them all, you know. It just take one you nigga throwing one punch, and then a dude come and counter it one time, and boom, it's over. You know, he could be the most lowly person. Hey, another situation that shows this is about David. Again, David, when he took down Goliath with just a slingshot. Like, come on, man. Here it is. You got this fierce, mighty warrior, which really shows that Ecclesiastes 9:11, when it says, nor the battle to the strong, because you got this fierce, mighty warrior with a sword and shit. Everybody's scared of him. He's huge, right? And then you got David, you know, young, lowly. He just got a slingshot, and he come up there and take this dude down, bro. We got to keep these things in mind. It's not going to be given to the swift. It's not going to be given to the mighty. And just like Esau, man, just like Esau, it's not going to be given to him. Victory prevail won't be given to this nigga, man. All right, he gonna be taken down, man. And it's really showing, and it's countless scriptures, you know, and it's showing how, hey man, the Lord, he can take one down and put up another, and it doesn't matter who that another is. It doesn't matter who that other is, Salakia. It doesn't matter who the other is that he put in that seat. It can be the most lowly, you know, skinny, might be scrawny, you know, might have might stutter. Who knows, man? You know, you gotta think about it, right? Who knows, right? So we gotta keep in mind, man, you gotta treat everybody with respect. You know, it goes into that as well, right? You can't just be going there looking, okay, well, hey, he big, he strong, hey, Lord, he chose this for sure. The other brother that's young, he just joined, you know, or he's short, you know, maybe he kind of chubby, whatever. Nah, he not gonna make. Nah, man, you can't say that. You know, Yahweh B'Hashim Al-Shah is dealing with whom he wants, and he gonna manifest that shit. All right, but that's basically it, man. I just want to bring that out, that the race will not be given to the swift. So take heed how you run, right? Are you relying on carnal measures, your strength and this and that? How you gonna make it? Or are you just relying on, okay, Yahweh B'Hashim Al-Shah? No, I'm in his hands. All right. So, Lord's will, you know, this is edifying and exhortational. Last thing I'm gonna say is call halal, Yahweh B'Hashim, Yahweh Shai B'Hashim Rakakudash. Forgive me the spirit and power to do this lesson. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, that Jesus' truth and real will about spirits and power that be. Wabrakadam, unto the hopefully elect. Shalom.
If the lion is the king of the jungle, how can he be the king of the jungle? If he's not the biggest, the elephant is probably one of the biggest. He can't be the fastest because that's a cheetah. He can't be the smartest. So he's not the biggest, the fastest, or the smartest. So how does a lion become the king of the jungle? His mentality. That's the only difference of a lion and an elephant. When a lion walks up and sees an elephant, he thinks lunch. An elephant thinks run. And it's all mentality. Because when a male lion walks up, he may be outnumbered by a pack of hyenas, but I'm king of my jungle because of my mentality.